Yeah. I don't know anything more, I don't know any spiritual discipline harder than human relationships, especially around family. So I wish everybody a lot of luck and a lot of grace. And remembering the words of, I think it was Sumedho maybe, Ajahn Sumedho. If not, it's something he might say. A student was worried about going home for the holidays and asked his teacher, what do I do? He said, don't create them in the first place. Any idea you have about your family is just an idea in your head. Can you stay open and present? That's really hard. That's been on my mind a lot because I had a dream the other night, and I don't normally. Somebody, it's like it's incredibly boring, right? Someone shares their dream that's really meaningful for them. Probably pretty difficult, but to get across. But it's been coming up for me a lot, so I figured I would share it. In the dream, my wife and I were helping at a wedding. We were helping get the grounds together and the guest list and the snacks and the whole thing. And I don't know, I like misstepped, or I had some kind of faux pas or did something wrong, and somebody corrected me, and I felt myself in the dream collapsing and contracting, which is, like real life. It's what I do. And this is something my teacher has mentioned to me. And in my dream, there was my teacher sitting behind me on a couch with a drink in his hand. And he just said, are you gonna do that now? Are you gonna collapse now? Are you sure? Wouldn't you rather stay open and shot through with starlight? Wouldn't you rather just be present and available? And then I woke up. So, and it's been kind of going through my head for the past 48 hours. And it sounds like an obvious choice, right? Of course I want to stay open and shot through with starlight, whatever that means. Empty, open, and available. But it's actually a vulnerable place. It's very vulnerable to be open like that. And anger and grievance is really mobilizing. I know this is true for me. I generally don't notice when I'm angry. I just notice, like I've said to you before, when I'm right. And that other person's wrong, and I need to tell them, or they need to know, or they'll never have a chance to hear about how wrong they are because I'll never speak to them again. There's something so mobilizing, so like, do you remember when you were in like maybe grade school science class, you learned about magnets? And the way when a magnet gets near something that's made of iron, and all of the iron atoms immediately polarize into north and south and become tiny little magnets. That's what happens in our blood too when we get close to a magnet. All the little iron atoms go shoo, they all line up, they mobilize. And I feel like that's what happens when I get that way, when I start to collapse, when I like someone, I don't know, like whatever it is for you, right? Like I hate being misunderstood, or someone thinks I did something wrong and I don't think I did, and there's just this like really clear sense of self, especially when I'm wronged. I'm the aggrieved party, right? Thank you for being my therapist. I really appreciate it. And I'm like, how dare you? It's this whole thing, This is a very famous teaching of Nagarjuna, Shantideva, famous author of the Bodhicharya Avatara, way of the Bodhisattva, said, if you don't think you have a self, then just wait till someone insults you. You'll find it all of a sudden, big as life and twice as ugly. How dare you? And so that was the thing I was thinking about when I woke up, was like, yeah, but it's hard. it's really hard to stay open and available. And I'm not saying you should offer yourselves for abuse. And certainly a lot of our family situations are maybe not super great. And that's why there's this wonderful invention called boundaries and email. But I just want to offer this to you. My wife's in the next room, so she can't hear us. My wife is really good at staying open and available. And actually being present to people who maybe don't understand how wonderful she is. And she can still be like, hey, thank you, nice to see you, have a nice day. And I'm like, how could you? Oh my God, I'm like getting ready to like slash their tires in the parking lot. And she's like, have a good night. And it's like, it's hard. So I just, I didn't want to talk about this, but I just want to offer this to you in terms of like coming into Thanksgiving week. I don't know anyone that doesn't have profound wounds around family. Think about what family is, right? Food, safety, support, attachment, love, care, kindness, compassion. I mean, it's the whole thing. If you're going to get hurt, it's probably going to be there. And it just keeps going, right? And then we go to work and we have family dynamics there, and we get involved in a meditation center and there's family dynamics there, and we get involved with a teacher and there's family dynamics there, and there's the family dynamic going on in your heart. So I just want you to know that during this week and for the rest of your life, I know how hard it is as somebody who has trouble staying open and present and available in the face of the polarizing, mobilizing, animating provocations. But I just want to invite you to remember you can breathe, you can be in your body, your heart and your breath and your body are the safe containers for you. And you can just be present. And again, just because you want to invite someone into your heart doesn't mean you want to invite them into your house or your car or on your lease.